Hello and welcome to Newsmax TV. I'm John Bachman. Joining us right now via Skype is Peter Schiff. He's the CEO and global strategist for the Euro-Pacific Capital Group. Peter, it's great to have you with us.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. Today we're going to talk about the minimum wage. There are 13 states slated to have minimum wage increases in 2014. There's also a push from some Democrats to raise the federal minimum wage as well. But I want to play a video. You did some your own research here. You went to a Walmart and you asked some of the customers how they would feel about paying higher prices if minimum wages were increased. Let's roll that clip.
You know, a lot of the people that work at Walmart, they only make about $8 an hour. Do you think the workers at Walmart should make more than $8 an hour? Do you support higher prices for higher wages?
Sure.
Yes.
I want to help send Walmart a message that we don't care about low prices. We want high wages and we're willing to pay higher prices. So we're asking Walmart to raise prices by 15%. That's an extra $25, $35. So if you put $25 in our box, we're going to give that to the workers later tonight at the end of the day. Because we want to start the collection today.
Yeah,
we even take credit cards.
Yeah. No. Are you kidding?
No.
We don't have enough money to spend.
Well, but for the workers, this is a really good cause. I mean, you can't be.
I got to worry about my little kids before I have to worry about the workers.
Greedy capitalists, Romney voters. Where's some Obama voters? They're sure to want to spend more money.
So I guess this really wasn't much of a surprise for you, was it, when you asked these people if they'd be willing to pay higher prices so that people could get paid more at these stores like Walmart?
Not at all, but the whole idea was to demonstrate the fact that it would affect people. You know, a lot of people are concerned about the Walmart workers who they believe are not being paid enough. But what about the Walmart customers who are there for low prices? That is Walmart's business model. Keep their costs down and pass on the savings to their customers. So Walmart's customers are the ones that depend on low wages, not Walmart. And so I was just showing what the effect would be, and that people don't want to pay higher prices. And some of the people who earn the lowest wages around are the ones that are shopping at Walmart. Meanwhile, the Walmart workers who are being paid $8.50, $9, $10 an hour, they're not underpaid. They are doing low-skilled jobs, and that is the market. In fact, when Walmart needs to hire somebody, they get 50 applicants for every position. That's telling you that they are not underpaying their workers. If anything, they could probably pay less and hire people.
And of course, there's the argument out there that, you know, companies like Walmart and some other ones have a lot of cash on hand. These are big companies. They can just simply afford to pay their employees more. But even if that were the case, and I don't know if it is or not, but even if that were the case, historically, that's not what really happens, right? There always is, these increases are always passed on to the consumer.
Yeah, well, first of all, nobody should pay more than the market price for something. I mean, you don't do that. If you're an individual and you go to a store and you see an item that's selling for $10, you don't go to the cash register and say, you know, that doesn't seem like it's a high enough price. I want to pay $15. You know, nobody tries to pay more than the market. And so why should Walmart pay more for labor than the market price? But even if they were willing to pay or overpay their workers by 50%, let's say, and pay $15 an hour, they don't have the cash because they have millions of workers. And when you multiply it out, you're talking about billions of dollars. You would wipe out most of Walmart's profits, but then there'd be no reason for Walmart to be in business. Walmart is in business to make a profit for the shareholders, and they don't make a large profit. Yes, the total profit is big, but not when you factor in the size of Walmart. Their return on equity is actually quite low. If you look at the last 12 or 13 years, Walmart shareholders are earning about 3.5% per year on their investment. That's not a lot of money. And if the profits were wiped out to pay higher wages, they would be losing money. And they're not going to stay in business if they're not making money. So they'd have to shut down, close down a lot of their stores, lay people off, raise prices. None of those are going to be good outcomes.
Yeah, and that would be quite a shock to the shoppers of Walmart. So as we look ahead, Peter, to 2014, what do you see happening in these states where the minimum wages are going to be increased? What's going to be the ultimate effect there?
Well, there are going to be negative effects in that jobs that might have been created won't be created, and some jobs will be lost. I mean, it's hard to know the exact effect. The higher the increase in the minimum wage, the greater the effect is going to be. Of course, the best minimum wage would be no minimum wage. It would be zero. That way, anybody who wants a job can get one, and people who need training would be able to get on the job training. The best way to get a high-paying job is to start out at a low-paying job, but learn some skills and work your way up the job ladder. But what the minimum wage does is it makes it harder and harder for people to get on the first rung of that ladder, because you keep raising the level that rung is. If you've got people now in Congress that want to make a $10 an hour, 10.10 federal minimum, when you factor in payroll taxes, workman's comps, and other costs, it's going to be prohibitively expensive for people to hire entry-level jobs and to provide people the opportunity to get on-the-job training and to learn the skills that would be necessary to eventually earn a higher salary. You would create lots of unemployment. You would permanently bar people from the job market. We already have that right now. Look at teenage unemployment. They're the ones that are most affected by the minimum wage because they have the least skills. And there you have unemployment of 20% or more. Black teenage unemployment, I think, is around 50%. The biggest reason for that is the minimum wage. And the higher you make the minimum wage, the harder you're going to make it for teens to ever get jobs.
And so I guess, fundamentally, this is a question of not actual wages, but a question of a number of jobs. Now, if jobs were being created at the rate that they should be in a healthy economy, then we'd all see a natural increase in wages, correct?
Yeah, but we don't have a healthy economy. That's the problem. Walmart is creating a lot of entry-level jobs. So is McDonald's and a lot of these fast food restaurants. But everybody wants to vilify them because they're paying low wages. Well, because they're providing entry-level, low-skilled jobs. That's what they do. The question is, where are the companies that used to provide the better jobs for the Walmart workers to move up to? Why aren't those companies creating those kinds of jobs? And that's a different story. That has to do with regulations and taxes that makes it more expensive for American employers to create those types of jobs. So if we want better jobs, we have to change that environment. But there are a lot of people out there that look at the stock market going up and the real estate market, and they hear about this recovery, and they're upset because there's no jobs. Well, the problem is there's no recovery either. The stock market is not going up because of a good economy. It's going up because of bad monetary policy. And the same bad monetary policy that is making stocks and real estate prices go up is also preventing the economy from restructuring in a healthy way that would actually produce the types of jobs that the economy needs.
You're right. That is another story for another day. We'll have to leave that one alone. But certainly we'll hear a lot more about this minimum wage debate coming up in 2014. And we'll check back with you to talk about it more. Peter Schiff, if people want to watch the whole video, where should they go? Where can they see it?
They go to my YouTube channel at the Schiff Report. You can watch the entire video. It's almost 6 minutes long, a Walmart video. But what's really interesting is you go to my Facebook page and read all the hate mail. I mean, I'm getting death threats. People want me to die a slow and painful death. They want my family dead. I mean, I've never received so much, evil, hateful mail that I've got from the left wing. Supposedly, very tolerant people. They're respectful of differences, supposedly compassionate. Yet, they want to kill me because I don't think that Walmart should be forced to pay its workers $15 an hour. And because
some of those comments you get on the internet, you just have to kind of take with a grain of salt. But that does speak, Peter, to the fact that this is going to be a very emotional and a very heated debate coming up this next year. So we'll talk more about it. Peter Schiff, CEO and global strategist for Euro-Pacific Capital. It's good to have you with us, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, anytime.
Take care. Peter, thanks for being with us. And thank you for watching Newsmax TV.